Hello and welcome back to the channel, and also welcome back to this Jurassic Park 3 inspired park build in Jurassic World Evolution 2. Before we get into the actual build though, I'm just going to get through some names that people have suggested for some dinosaurs. So Adrian Rodriguez asked me to name these Dryasauruses names that rhyme with Gary. So we had Gary, Barry, what was this one called? Harry, Sally, and what was it? Larry? Yeah, Larry. So there we go, there's some Drysaurus named for you, Adrian. So there we have Gary. These funny names for Drysaurus, I think. Gary, Barry, Harry, Sally, and Larry. I like it when you give them names like animals that are like human names, it's just funny. And then there's some Spinosaurus that wanted to be named by, we have, what's this one called? Frank, wasn't it? Yeah, we have Frank, which was named for Francisco Maggle Hayes. I think I said that right, I'm not sure. But that's for you, Francisco. And then the Carcharodontosaurus, which I named Phoenix, for you, Bobaba. I don't know how to pronounce that, but yeah, that's perfect for the theme of the fire that I was talking about in the last episode. So there's the names out of the way. Right, so back into the build, and this time we are putting in the piece de la resistance of this park, because how could you have a park inspired by Jurassic Park 3 without the Spinosaurus? Like, it's just, you need it. Like, it wouldn't be a Jurassic Park 3 park without it. So yeah, nice large enclosure for this, because it'll be one of the finest specimens of this park. The cream of the crop. So yeah, we're just starting with the lakes. We need it to have a lot of water because, you know, it's an aquatic. Well, not aquatic, it's a water-dwelling dinosaur. It's quite suitable that we have a Carcharodontosaurus next to it as well, because they both lived in Africa. So yeah, just making like a rocky, dusty like exhibit for this Spinosaurus. Adding all the foliage and stuff. This island thing in the middle, I decided to raise it up in yeah, there we go, to make it more pronounced. Then sinking that down a bit. Then raising that little tree area there. And there. Then adding the feeder there, so that viewing gallery can look into and see the Spinosaurus feeding on fish. Just adding this path down the side. There we go, I got that. I tried to get that as neat as I could. This path didn't like how that turned out, so I've done it again. Very lining it flush next to the fence there. And there we go, and then just adding a bit of path there to make a little plaza type thing, as this would be quite a crowded area because, you know, it's the star attraction of the park, or one of the star attractions. Then I decided to add a shop there, which would be the Spinosaurus shop, so you could get all Spinosaurus themed goodies and stuff from there. Then I decided to add some decoration, some Spinosaurus skulls of course. And then a Spinosaurus marker, which is called the flyer marker, but it's a Spinosaurus on it, so don't know what Frontier were thinking about that, but yeah, got that done. Then just sorting a shop out there. Adding more dirt texture there. Then adding those two plants just to finish it off. And of course we're adding rocks, just to make things look a bit more natural. It's always good adding rocks to an exhibit, it always livens it up a bit more. Right, so now we can get the Spinosaurus on the go. Obviously I chose the original skin for this dinosaur because, you know, in reality, well, in theory it would have been rehomed by InGen when this park was built. So I'm not actually creating it, it would have been found in the wild because this park's based on Sauna, like, as it was left. Then I got to work on this exhibit, being the raptor exhibit, because that's another dinosaur in Jurassic Park 3, which I actually really like. These are probably some of my favourite skins in the game. So with this enclosure, I decided to get a bit creative. So I put 2 galleries like facing away from each other, and I put water on one side and feeders on the other. So you can, like, if you want to see the dinosaurs drinking, you can see one side, and if you want to see them feeding, you can see the other, which I thought was quite cool. And the end result I actually really liked, so I might do this in future exhibits. By the way, suggestions from dinosaurs and names and stuff for this series are over, because I have finished the last build, and that video should be releasing soon, probably on Christmas Eve, so that's quite good. I'll probably start another series in the new year, or maybe before, depending on how I'm feeling. But yeah, let's get a look at this Spinosaurus here. I've never actually released Spinosaurus in this game. I've done the Jurassic Park 3 Chaos mode, and that's the only time I ever saw it.
I have to admit that this next dinosaur is impressive.
So this is the first time I got like properly close to it, which I was surprised, because it looks a lot better than it did in the original game.
But that's why I have you.
Yeah, an iconic dinosaur from the Jurassic Park series. Just getting that moved over now. And then we get back to work on the raptor enclosure. Oh, add in the range post, which I always forget. So I decided to have this enclosure sort of built on a hill. I thought that'd look quite interesting, a bit different. Then I have the water here, quite a large water source. Then I put some rocks near the gallery so that, in theory, the raptors couldn't get over to the viewing gallery, because, as you know, raptors are intelligent in the Jurassic Park series. So I'd probably find a way to get into the viewing gallery. Well, in my head anyway. Yeah, just adding a rock texture there to make it look a bit cliff-like. Adding some trees. Then adding a feeder there so people can see in. Then adding a goat feeder there next to the fence. And of course the range post. I put it there, but I didn't like how it turned out because it ruined the trees. Then I just added it there. Still not too happy with that placement of the range post, but you know, it will do. Then we got on to work with adding the raptors. So I decided to I chose just one of the skins here because I wanted to see what skin it was, because I weren't sure which of the 2 Jurassic Park 3 skins it was. So I think it turned out to be the male raptor in the end. Yeah, the male one. The male raptor without the quills. Oh god, they had the quills and the female had the quills. Then they changed it so none of them had the quills. What they needed to do was add the quills to just the males only, but hopefully that gets sorted out soon. Oh, here we go, the live footage of the raptors coming out as a group, which is really cool. Oh, they're really cool looking, but they look even cooler with their quills. Probably one of my favourite skins. Like the pupil of the eye of this raptor, it just makes it look so much more like intense. It looks a lot smarter than like any of the other raptors. So yeah, just getting them moved in. I think I had about 5 of them in the end. Then I added 1 female, because that was suggested by someone. I'm really sorry, I can't remember your name right now. But somebody suggested that. So here we go, this is the female raptor. Another Jurassic Park Operation Genesis skin. It's just so nostalgic to me, this skin, because I just remember them running about in Operation Genesis with like the red eye and that black striped pattern with like the white body. Like the brown like claws and feet. So iconic. Definitely one of my favourite raptor skins, even more so than the male skin, I think. I didn't know how to do that area there, but in the next episode I built a little hotel complex, which you'll see. And then I added that dirt texture to the bottom of the lake to make it look more lake-like. It wouldn't be grass in a lake, would there? That'd be very strange. And get a little view of our Spinosaurus. I think it's the largest carnivore in this game, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Asset delivery confirmed.
Got a little lie down now. As soon as I start filming it, it's like, yeah, I'm lazy. Its eye, like the movement of the eye, is really cool. I think that's new in this game, like the eye movement's a lot better, because in the old game the eyes used to like roll around the head and look really weird. Anyway, here's our raptors. That one having a little go at one of the other males. Oh, those red bits on like the nasal passage thing. Oh, I love that. All the different skins in this game, they're just incredible, for the raptors anyway. Because in the old game the skins were a bit bland, but yeah, definitely up their game in this one. I know these skins are in the old game, but yeah, like, just so much better looking in this one. Oh, that animation, I love that. The unsuspecting one just gets pounced on. Manages to avoid attack though, which is cool. Oh yeah, that was the female raptor, which I forgot about, so just moving that in. Then we get back to our Spinosaurus, who just woke up, luckily, as I panned in on him. Yeah, and he goes for a little scran in his feeder. If you're not from the UK, scran means eat. So, yeah, you might not understand that reference. It's not even a reference. So yeah, just eating some fish there. And yet again, another pterosaur with low health. I don't know what's wrong with these, but they keep going weird. Keep healing them and stuff, and I ended up tranquilising it in the end, I think. Yeah, back to our Spino. I love the arms of the Spinosaurus, like how long they are. It's just so weird, but yeah, I love it. Let me get a little view of it behind the fence here. Oh, it looks so cool as it's walking past. Like, imagine being a guest and just seeing that. Using the classic JP3 fence there as well, like the really thick fence that it manages to bust through in the film, which makes no sense yet. It has trouble getting in the door in the little facility place where Alan Grant and that are hiding out. But yeah, imagine standing that close to a Spinosaurus. How cool would that be? Oh, I'd love to see something like this in real life. Although, if we learn anything from the Jurassic Park franchise, is that building parks like this never works out. So, whether it's done or not, well, only the future can tell. So a little drinking animation here. And I think it like splashes a bit as well. Yeah, there. It's quite interesting. I love the blue pattern on its spine as well. Yes, that's enough of our not raptor, whoops, enough of our Spino there, so we get to looking at our female raptor, which is literally just landed. The noises the raptors make, like the hissing and that, it's just so cool. Yeah, and this one had a little pounce at the one up there on the hill. Ready? Face plant in the mountain there. Then the Jeep getting absolutely battered. I don't think a raptor could actually do that in real life. It'd probably just give itself a very bad concussion. Yeah, and he had a little munch on that goat there. Oh, its eyes, so cool. Like the orange. It's like piercing gaze. You can hear all the barks in the background. The way they run now, they used to like run with their arms splayed out, but they've stopped that now, which is quite cool. I think that's only when they're hunting now, which is a feature I quite like. You got that one walking past the fence there. Imagine standing there and seeing that as well. Oh, I love that noise. So nostalgic. It's probably the most recognisable noise from the Jurassic Park franchise. And that pretty much ends this video. So thank you very much for watching. As I said, suggestions are over, but thank you for watching this series. There's another episode coming, which will be the finale, and there'll be a little tour of the park in that one. But yeah, thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.